Welcome back to the Owen Handy Show. I'm Harold Bolton, sports editor George Bremer. With us again, AU men's basketball coach Owen Handy, and our guest this week, AU guard Micah Smith. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
And Coach, maybe we can start and explain your attire today.
Yes, I'm not happy to be wearing this jersey. Cameron Etzler happens to be an Ohio State fan, and I happen to be a Notre Dame fan. And because the Buckeyes are a better football team, I am wearing Cam's disgusting Ohio State jersey today. And fortunately, I just have to wear it for the duration of this interview.
Micah, what do you think of this?
I actually do not like Ohio State either, so I think it's pretty atrocious.
Micah sharing his pain.
Yeah.
Micah actually had to wear my Devin Hester jersey one time when the Bears beat the St. Louis Rams.
Nope, other way around.
Oh, was it the other way around? Yeah, I had to wear Micah's Rams jersey one time too. I seem to be on the losing end of all of these bets. So
sooner or later, that luck's got to turn around, though, right?
I hope so. Although as a Bears fan, I'm not optimistic. As a Notre Dame fan, I am.
Well, Coach, there was much better luck for your team on Saturday, especially from a defensive standpoint. Is that closer to what you want to see from the Ravens?
You know, it is in terms of the outcome, although we made some significant adjustments to how we defend because of who their best player is. So I'm a firm believer that in order to defend Wrecker, you have to keep the ball out of his hands, that once he catches it, there's no good way to stop him. And so we really made some pretty significant adjustments to our traditional defensive scheme in order to keep the ball out of his hands. And I thought we did a really good job of executing that for the first half of the game.
Micah, I know you weren't able to play in that game, but even from the bench, could you feel the energy in that one?
Yeah, you guys actually got a great shot of us this weekend, how much we were enjoying it. But I really think that our team executed the game plan. Coach designed up a game plan that was going to be successful, and we just executed.
From a player standpoint, how important was it to get that win under your belt? You've been so close the last couple games to finally get over that hump.
Yeah, it was big for us, especially psychologically, knowing that we're capable of winning close games. So to be able to get one, we feel like that's only momentum for the ball to get rolling for us.
As a coach now, you have to kind of balance, okay, this is a big win and it's great to get that, but now obviously going right back into a week with two really big conference road games.
Yeah. You know, what my hope would be, we'd have the same mentality after that win that we had after some of our tough losses that preceded us, some of our close losses. I thought we've had a really great demeanor in practice. We've got a really coachable group. They never let their spirits get down. And so in a lot of ways, we practiced like a team that had been winning. And so my hope would be that we'd continue to practice the way we've practiced, that wouldn't change. That's what we'll talk about beginning today. You know, we had Travis Doherty, who's the coach at Mount Vernon High School, and an Anderson grad, spoke to the team before the game and talked about the difference between winning a championship and being a champion. And one of the things he talked about was that being a champion means you work hard to get better every day, even if that's just for an inch. And that's got to be our focus, that we're continuing to get better. You know, we've got a lot of room for growth as a team, and we've got to continue to claim that territory, so to speak. We've got to continue to grow every day that we walk into the gym. And if that's our mentality, we're going to be pleased with where we get, regardless of having lost a close game or won a close game.
Micah, are you healthy again? Are you going to be able to play this week?
That's the plan. I actually got asked a couple times this weekend after the game, was I in the doghouse? Not playing.
No.
Yeah, I was not. Coach decided that it was best to go ahead and give me some rest, which I feel is going to be very beneficial for me. But I'm excited for the first one. We haven't been on the road in a while, so it's always different, but we're ready for the challenge.
Do you think this team, I know we've talked before about it being a young team, but now you've hit the midpoint of the season, you're in the second half of the first year for a lot of these guys. Are they not freshmen anymore in some ways, or are they starting to get a little more experience?
I feel like the only way to get experience is to get experience. So, I still look at them as freshmen. That's just because I'm a senior, but I feel like they've grown a lot thus far since the season started.
How much can that play into this road trip? The fact that they've been there before, this isn't new, completely new to them anymore.
Yeah. Well, I think, Micah, Brett, and Nathaniel, our three captains, have done a really good job of leading this group and talking about what our mentality needs to be and talking about the importance of continuing to work. And so my hope is that they have the same influence in terms of how we travel. Early in the year we won a game at Illinois Tech, and then we lost narrowly at Mount St. Joe, narrowly at Transylvania. So we've had some success on the road in terms of more success in terms of how we've played than success in terms of the outcome of the game. But I feel like our mentality's been good, like we've been ready to play. So that doesn't worry me. I'm more concerned about the fact that Rose-Hulman is pretty good than about the sort of effort and focus we'll have. I think we'll be fine there. They're a good team. We're going to have to play well to beat them.
That's what I was going to ask you about. What do you see from these two teams, as you prepare for this?
Yeah, Rose-Hulman presents some pretty unique challenges. They're a really big team across the board. Their starting center is 6'9", and then they're just a big team. So obviously we're not huge. So that matchup is interesting because I'm sure they're going to try to get the ball to the rim every possession and up it inside to try to exploit that advantage. And obviously we want to spread the floor out and play with tempo and drag their big people out and try to make them guard our movement. So I don't think there's any secrets in terms of what we're both going to be trying to do, but it presents a really intriguing game for that reason because it's sort of this contrast of styles of play.
No doubt about it. Mike, we talked about this a little bit earlier, but the 4 conference losses, I think a total of 23 points. This team's been in every game. As a player, how do you approach that? Both from the standpoint of you'd obviously like to win more, but you also realize you're right there.
Yeah, well, each game is a learning experience. We've been able to pull something away from each one of those tough losses, something that we could have did better, 1, 2, 3 possessions that could have changed the whole game. And so we feel like we're right there for being undefeated in conference. And so knowing that gives us more motivation to go on to the next one. Each game's different, and the coach has been preaching to us to take each possession one at a time. That possession could be the one that wins the game.
We get back into a little bit more of a normal routine this week. The school's starting again. Also, I know you only take one game at a time, obviously, but you look at the end of the weekend, there's a chance here to get back to 500 in the conference.
Oh, yes, certainly. We do look at it one game at a time, but I'd be lying to you if I didn't think that, if I said I didn't see that. So, but Franklin's another uniquely challenging team. I mean, they are a really potent offensive team. They're much more like us than Rose-Hulman is in the sense that they're trying to outscore you. So that's one that could easily end up in 3 figures for both teams, because they've got a couple of guards who are really, really tough to guard. They're a very good offensive rebounding team, so they look a lot more like us when they take the floor. So that should be a fun game. I mean, every time we've played there since I've been here, it's been nip and tuck. I mean, Phil Hogan with a 4-point play to win the game. Then a really narrow overtime loss my second year, and then last year we won, barn burner. So it's been a fun competitive game every time we've been there, and I hope it's not. I hope we win going away, but I certainly wouldn't predict that.
All right, well, thanks a lot, guys, and it sounds like it's going to be a great week.
Yeah, good. Thanks, George.
Thanks a lot, and as always, you can follow us here on heraldworld.com for results. Both games on the road this week. Good luck.
Thanks.